All right, today we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, and we are going to create our rally points. And so there's a lot of pieces to this with some very specific naming on the pieces today. So make sure you pay very close attention to the names, spacing, characters that we use, because they are very, very, very specific. And you miss a single character in this, and the whole thing's not going to work. So first, let's kind of take a look again at what we're working on. So let me reload this map, and we will watch. So yesterday we did our spawn. Today we're going to do the rally. So this is the rally point. So the guys are going to come in here and get into their formation. There we go. And then finally, the last thing we're going to work on is actually making them run the assault. So we have a bunch of entities to put in today, a bunch of naming to do to get this to work. And then the final thing we'll do on Tuesday is trigger the actual assault. So let's get over to the editor. All right, so step one. Let's put in this guy right here. So this is an entity called an assault point. So this is where the attack is actually going to take place. We're not going to fire the attack today. So if you play around with that at all, just make sure you don't make any major changes to the map, because we will cover the intricacies of this element on Tuesday. But we have to put it in to get the rally points to work. Okay, so we are just going to take this guy here. It's an entity, and it is called an assault point. Now, the only thing I want you to do today to this is ignore all the other settings. Don't worry about what I've got in here. I just want you to name it, okay? So it's called an assault point. The name is going to be assault_point1. Now, there's no space after point right here. It's just point one, all one word. Very important, okay? This thing is extremely sensitive to naming. So make sure you get that exactly the way I have it written right there. Right? So place that kind of where you want the initial attack to be. On Tuesday, we're going to actually set up multiple assault points, and so they can either progress down the hallway or split off into two different teams to take different points. But in order to get the rally points to work, we have to have an assault point on the map. All right, next thing we're going to do. We're going to put in, with your entity tool, we're going to put in 8 assault rally points. You have to have 1 per guy or bad guy that you're spawning into the map. So we need a total of 8. Now the naming on these guys is really important. So when we put in this assault rally point, let me find my first one. I think it's this one right here. Okay. So the naming on these is critical. It's going to be assault_rally 1, and then you're going to have rally 2, rally 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 1 per guy in the map, and that are taking part in this attack. And the naming of them has to be exact. It's assault_rally, no space or anything, then a number. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Has to be just like that. Where it says assault point, this is assault point 1. This is that thing that we put in a minute ago. That thing over there where we're going to attack. Okay? Now, you're going to arrange these in whatever formation you want. Now, mine are kind of haphazardly scattered here. I should probably arrange them into a nicer formation. But this is the exact formation that they're going to form up in when they get ready to attack. Okay? So set this up however you want these guys to assemble before they're going to rush their target. You're going to name every single one of them assault rally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they're all going to say assault point 1. Right? Close that. Now, back over where you've got your spawner, your NPC template maker. Next to that, I want you to drop this entity right here. This thing is called an AI goal assault. and it's just a box. They didn't make an icon for it for whatever reason. So it's just this little gray box, looks like this. Okay, it's called AI Goal Assault. So entity tool, come over here, AI Goal Assault, drop it on the ground. I usually put it right next to my NPC template maker just so I can keep track of it. Now this is like the main controller for the whole thing. It tells everybody where to go, and it's also responsible for launching the assault when it comes time. So on this, we need to just do a couple of things. For the name, we're going to call it Assault 1, no spaces. Actors to effect. So this, it tells it who is controlled by this thing. And we have two options, actually. We can do an entire class where we could have every single Combine S soldier in the entire map run the attack. Or, in our case, we have a named actor that we're going to do. So we have Assault _ soldier. Now, where did I get this name from? Okay, that's a good question. So if we look at what we did yesterday, we created an NPC template maker, which means we had to create a template. This template guy has a name. His name is Assault Soldier. So every single copy of this guy that gets created by this little template maker is named Assault Soldier. So this thing is going to talk to everybody in the map whose name is Assault Soldier. Now, it wants to know what rally point to set for these guys. Now, you'll notice this is in red. The reason for that is it thinks it's an error because I'm using what's called a wildcard. So we have 8 assault rally points. They're named Assault Rally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, there's only one box for rally point set here. There's not 8 boxes for me. So this little asterisk at the end right here is called a wildcard in programming and in Source Engine. It's a common programming tool. It's called a wildcard. And what it means is that go ahead and match up this, and then anything after rally it will accept. That's what the wildcard part means. It means anything can be in this position here as long as it matches this. So the thing is, the reason it's red is that there is no assault rally asterisk on the map. But once this compiles and runs, when this little sequence happens, it's going to look for anything on the map that says assault _ rally and then with anything after that. So in our case, it would be Assault Rally 1, 2, 3, all the way through 8. Okay, so it's going to show up in red. That doesn't mean you did it wrong. It's good because we're using this wildcard. So this allows it to look across the entire map and find all of our rally points. Now, we're going to go down a little further. Start active is going to be yes. We have an assault queue. What this does is it tells the system when to run this. So entity system input means that there's a trigger of some kind on the map that's going to fire to the input of this device. So you can see I have an input right here. So this will rally the soldiers at these rally points, and then it will wait for input. The other one is gunfire. I haven't used this one, but I have read that it's buggy. It's supposed to run the assault if they hear gunfire, but I've read that it's buggy, so I don't know, we could play around with it. The last one, don't wait for a queue. What that means is once all these rally points are full, it'll just begin the assault. So we don't want to do any of those. We're just going to do the entity system input, which allows us to use a trigger to start the whole thing. Rally point selection method, what this does is it's how do these guys choose the rally point that they want to go stand on. So random is obviously random, and priority is distance. So they will just choose the closest one to them. Okay, we'll hit apply. All right, so at this point it should run. What should happen is your guys should spawn, and then after they spawn, they should go stand on their rally points, and that's it. They should wait there because we haven't given them any additional orders past that. Don't forget, you need info nodes, the info node hints scattered around the map. Because remember, these are how the AI kind of determines where it can walk. And remember back from the lesson, these are not stepping stones or waypoints. So they don't go, all right, I'm going to stand here, and then I'm going to run to this one, then I'm going to run to this one, and I'm going to run to this one, and this one, and this one. Instead, these create a web around the whole map wherever they're at. And it allows these guys, the AI, to see where the walkable spaces are. So what they will do is they will scan this area and they will say, okay, so this is all walkable here, this is all walkable here. And it doesn't walk towards these. It'll pick a spot that it wants to go to, and it will use these to kind of triangulate a path. So like if it wanted to go stand over here, it would use this mesh of these things, and it would see, all right, there's walkable space all throughout here. So, and if you notice, I don't have any up here, so they know they can't walk up here. I don't have any over here, so they wouldn't by default walk over here. They would need to actually pursue me to come over into this area. But all these other areas, I've kind of scattered them out so they know they can walk there. Okay, so make sure you put these in. Otherwise, they're not going to walk around. They won't be able to get to your rally points. Okay? Now, you should see purple lines to your assault point. All right? Don't mess around with the assault point yet. If you do, make sure you save a backup copy of your map just in case. We'll cover this and all the intricacies and details of how this works and how to sequence it and make progressive assault points and multiple assault points coming off of different rally points and all that stuff. But we have to have an assault point for the rally points to work. And we need this guy to talk to these guys to talk to that guy for the whole thing to work. All right, so go ahead and set that up. Let me know if you have any problems, and that'll be it for today.